What's going on, guys? We about to check out Hunter Cry Along. That's what they called him after his wife left him and he cried along. It's hilarious, right? Because it's the truth. We also call him Softy because he used his girlfriend, his current girlfriend, as a human shield. That's how he got down. He's nasty as heck. Let's get down to the reaction and check out him trying to roast Brett Cooper but failing miserably because he's a sucker. He's also a simp. And Brett Cooper is on a different level. Let's check this out.
We do have this video from Brett Cooper.
I'm sorry.
Which I think
the stash is bothering me. I didn't want to pause it that soon. What is this? What is that? That is bad. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. This is like he looks like the Little Rascals when they was trying to act like grown men and they glued a bunch of hair to their face. That's what this looked like. This looked crazy. My bad. I'll let it keep going.
Might be a little bit interesting.
Crazy.
It's called Would You Rather Be Skinny or Fat? And it's her review of the Jubilee that Lauren went on. Lauren has come on the channel before and debated me about Nick Fuentes and other issues. And I have no idea what Brett Cooper. I have no idea what Brett Cooper is going to say. So I thought maybe that would be interesting. Yeah.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. I'm excited. I have not done a reaction video in a while, but Jubilee put out a new one last month, so I am stoked to respond to it. I think we all know that the body positivity movement has absolutely gotten out of hand, and now it is completely conflicting with science. In fact, it is convincing doctors to change their tune about being obese, the obesity crisis, and so we have a video that touches on that today. Before we get into
Source, bro. That's one of my favorite things about her. How she's just like, as you know, we don't know. Where's the source?
it, though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this channel if you've not.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me to dislike.
Ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section or a vlog episode. All right, so this is one of Jubilee's middle.
Fam, I don't think I've ever cared enough to hit the dislike button. But that's something that people really be going crazy. I remember when they tried to take the dislike button. I don't know if they actually did or not. I don't look at it. Can I still dislike stuff? Does it show? Yeah, you can still dislike. I don't think it shows the number. He must have like some kind of external app that shows you the number. But yeah, like when they announced that they was taking it away, I might have been the only person on earth that did not care. It didn't matter to me, none at all. Like it doesn't bother me. You have to know that I don't like you. Like, why would you even have to state that? Like, oh, let me hit the dislike. Okay. It does nothing. You're still sitting here watching the video.
Middle ground episodes, and I genuinely love when Jubilee does these because even though bias they come from when they're producing these and editing these,
disregard that, Frank. It's a bunch of liberal bullshit.
It seems
I'll probably get banned
people
from
genuinely.
Jubilee.
The irony of that when they edited most of me out of the Jubilee thing. When I'm like a raging soy boy.
No, that's because you suck. Okay, and you wasn't entertaining. And you wasn't doing anything that was worth watching, bro. Like, that doesn't prove no points.
We have interesting conversations. You know, good discourse is had. They're usually laughing by the end of it. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And so I do really like these videos. But this one is called "Is Being Fat?" Let's get into it.
Reacting to a reaction of a reaction of a reaction. Killing a game out here.
Of course, not every factor.
Being fat is a choice, bro. Like, let's stop this bull crap. Let's stop this bull crap. As a bigger guy, right, who lost over 100 pounds and still would like to lose more, being big is 100% a choice. Being fat is a choice. Oh boy. Yeah, it's just, you got to work harder and you don't want to have to work harder. And sometimes it kills you that people can eat whatever they want and not gain nothing. And you can have one cheeseburger and your whole body jiggles for a week. But if you want to be fat or you just don't want to put in the work and it's not a good trade for you, just say that. Like me, I think my thing was eating, right? Working out is something I love to do, right? Currently and before. I used to work out even harder back then. But I think it was always eating and the way I ate, right? Now, because I've limited the way I ate, not even necessarily what I eat, but just the amount, I'm good. bro. Like I've been losing weight like crazy, and I'm gonna step up my working out and start lifting weights again. So yeah, it's definitely a choice, man. My man could get in the gym and lose weight quick as heck.
Being skinny, being fat, about power, about the environment you grow up in, sure, but who you choose to associate with, what sort of things, who you choose.
Oh, we're starting off with an absolute banger today. This is great. Basically, everything he's saying is just personal responsibility. But the fact, I love this, that he brought in who you surround yourself with, that's so important. Like, even when you're just talking about your weight, because that goes back to your lifestyle, is the way that you eat, what you do when you're socializing with friends. Are you going outside? Are you going on walks? Are you meeting up at the gym? Or are you staying inside, eating potato chips, playing video games for hours?
Facts. And if you got people that don't motivate you, stay away from them. That's not even just about losing weight. For every goal that you have, if there are people around you that are not motivational, kick them to the curb. I promise you, you'll benefit. When I first said I wanted to be a YouTuber, I was a rapper. Think about this, gangster rapper. Right? I said I wanted to be a YouTuber, and my friends laughed me out the room. Meanwhile, we all were on a podcast and eventually wanted to transition to YouTube. So once I left the podcast and went independent and my YouTube channel started getting notoriety, these people were hitting me up asking for help. And I laughed them out the room because I'm petty like that. But once I removed them from my life, my trajectory only shot up, right? You got to keep people around you that only motivate you. I'm not saying just a yes man, be realistic. But if I say my goal is this, why would you not either want to help me achieve it or just see me achieve it? It doesn't hurt you to be positive. I got a friend named Dan right now. If I even hit his phone up, the first thing he's going to do is ask me about my weight. Then he's going to transition that into I should start doing some bare knuckle boxing or some YouTube boxing. Either or, he thinks I got it and I should compete. He's just that level of motivational, right? Nothing wrong with that. That's my guy. It's my boy. Dan, if you watching us, I'm going to hit you up soon. I'm waiting for when it get warmer outside, we going to work. I'm going to bring you on the channel too. We going to live stream some workouts. But yeah, those are the type of people you want around you. I know that if I need help, I can go to him and vice versa, right? Motivational people that's not going to shoot you down for your dreams, right? I'm the guy, no matter what your dream is, I'm going to try to motivate you towards it if you really want to do it. But then usually people that are around me realize that they don't really want to do it. You want to be a musician? And I'm always, hey, when are you going to do a new song? Where's your new music? When's this, isn't it? They're not realizing I'm about to be your biggest fan, but you see it as me being pushy and you realize that you don't actually want it. A lot of people say they want stuff. They don't actually want it. You want to lose weight? You can. A lot of people don't want to lose weight. They just want to have lost weight. Think about it. I was cooking just now. Think about that. They don't want to lose weight. They want to have lost weight. It's the process that everybody wants to skip.
All of those factors are considered. So good, dude. Good job, Dominic.
Patience.
Hey, I'm a streamer, okay? I take personal offense to that one. Damn.
All of those things, choices that you can make that will lead you closer.
Hit that like button, subscribe, guys.
Out. Get buff. Don't get buff. I understand
Simple.
that there's genetics that can cause you to want to eat more, but
And have harder
to
times.
eat more. The same solution. Calories out.
And all of that goes back to, again, choices. And like you said, willpower and sacrifices. And yes, there
But you
are
can
people
build.
that have certain conditions that make them more, predisposed to being overweight or being very, very skinny. And I keep those people, in completely separate categories because those are medical things. But these days, a lot of people say, oh, I can't lose weight. I know I'm predisposed. And you might not be. Like, you might just be making that up in your head. Like, everybody is self-diagnosing with everything these days,
Right.
which is a whole can of worms. But I put those people in a totally separate category from people who are making lifestyle choices and then want everybody else to adapt and change
For them.
because of their lifestyle choices.
Yeah, life don't work like that. Life don't work like that. I'm a guy that was overweight and husky as a kid and eventually lost weight. But I have an older brother that can't gain weight for nothing. For nothing. I don't know what or who did he get his genetics from? But it's frustrating, or at least it used to be. Now I'm just like, it's part of the game, right? Because now I realize that there's benefits, like the fact that I gain muscle extremely fast and he will never be able to gain muscle fast. It would take years of working out, which he's done, to build muscle, but then he could lose it just like that. Because naturally he's just a skinny, like he has a skinny frame. Yeah, that's naturally. Right? But when he was young, it was like, damn, man, like I'm telling, we could eat the same thing and I would gain mad weight and he would never gain. Right. But once I just realized there's different body types and I have certain benefits and all that, stop focusing on other people in comparison and what I needed to do to lose weight, it just became possible. Right. So now it's like, now I'm coasting. I'm losing weight, but I'm going slow. Right. Summertime hit. Telling you, boy, I'm gonna be a different type of animal. I already had the plan and I've been doing it for the last few years. Right. I've lost over 100 pounds. Know what I'm doing. But yeah, fam, it is a choice, man. It's just, like, yes, genetics might make it harder for you, but if you just learn what your body needs, you can lose weight. It's possible. I've seen people do the opposite. I remember there was a video model, I think her name was Buffy, but she described it in the opposite where she was really skinny and she met with like a nutritionist and then started doing certain workouts and ate a certain way to where she became famous for certain attributes that looked ridiculous. And it wasn't from going in and having surgery. It was from the way she ate and following the workout plan and eating a certain way. It was hard work. Right. So yeah, a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
It takes
Gotta
a lot of
grind.
breaking the barrier. A lot of things. Again, that depends on who you are, what you want.
Cheers,
I
all
disagree,
weird.
Earth.
I felt like as a toddler, I always viewed myself big. I grew up in a very poor home, so where my mom couldn't provide the meals that she could locally. So when we would get free meals, even then it would be canned food, and it would be very much food that's not as edible. It was food for us, yes, but then I felt like once it reached a point where I was old enough to try to make my own choices, I made all of the wrong choices. I wasn't eating.
But here's the thing. You're still talking about choices. Everybody
The
goes through
choice.
things.
So this is like the
What's she saying
typical
that's wrong?
conservative bullshit that they
What
always
is-
do. The
What is Brett saying that's wrong? I haven't heard her say anything that was wrong yet.
well, it's a personal choice, LOL. Okay, yeah, but they never bother to ask why. Why is someone making this? What motivates that choice? So right there, Brett Cooper's well, again, we're talking about choices. Okay, yeah, of course. But it's deeper than that. What motivates that choice? Everybody's a
Don't
result of their
matter.
environment. So if you were raised in an environment in which you're
You grown. How long are we gonna blame our environment? How long? If I'm from the hood, should I still be doing the hoodlum things as an adult? That's stupid. How long? Once you become an adult, it's on you. It's up to you to make these newer and more important decisions and changes. It's not on your past. You blaming processed foods from when you was a kid. Right now, you eating 5 Happy Meals. What are you talking about? No, I'm not hearing that. Be adult, be grown, take responsibility.
mother only provided you with unhealthy food or fattening food or whatever,
If you in your 30s, why are you blaming your mom for what happened as a child?
then yeah, when you become an adult, you're not going to have a good understanding as to the healthier options of food. And so you might make the choice to buy the donuts instead of the salad.
How long does it take for you to learn? Was it a Google search?
But that choice ultimately comes from your past, your
And then
history.
on top of it, they teach you in school. What's he talking about? They do whole food charts. What is he talking about? They got whole classes dedicated to health.
And that's where the real
Yes,
nuanced
Ryan.
conversation comes into play.
This shit. Oh,
things in their childhood and in their past that has the opportunity to define who they are. That can change you for the better or for the worse. But when you become an adult, when you become a teenager, honestly, you have the opportunity to change course, to learn from those experiences, whether they were choices that you were made or circumstances that were out of your control.
She's
Then it
right.
becomes your responsibility. We can't change the things that we went through as children. We can't change the mistakes of our parents. We can't change, the hand that we were dealt. But you can change how you
She's
respond to
right.
it.
I was in a sport, and that sport just
I mean, yeah, but That's going to take time and energy. So if someone's initially overweight because of their poor eating choices, stems from a place of ignorance because of their past or whatever, then just being like, well, now it's up to you to make a good choice. It's kind of just the bootstraps argument.
So what's the problem? Once you know the things that you need to do, get on it, bro. How long are you expected grace for that?
Worked me out so
We're
hard.
adults, bro.
And it was to the point where I just was scared to eat. I didn't like it. I would only drink water.
When you were eating grapes and lettuce, were you thin?
I was the thinnest I could be.
Were you still big though?
I was still big, but that was the skinniest I've ever been. And that's coming from somebody who's only eating somewhat salads that are just fruit and lettuce.
I mean, if
That's
that's
cap.
the case, then you might very well have like a thyroid problem or some kind of another issue contributing to weight gain, or at least the inability to lose.
It's cap. Like, I need to know the amount of time. How long was this grapes and lettuce diet? Right? Was she talking a few months, because it could be that she was losing weight, but there still was a lot more to lose. Right? Like, maybe, and this ain't an insult to it, it could be that there's a lot, right? Whatever.
And water and maybe ice right before practice.
That diet isn't necessarily healthy either.
Not
And you can hold on to weight because of stress, because things that are going on mentally, because of
True.
your sleep, because you're not
True.
providing your body nutritious foods. A lot of women think that they just
Facts.
need to eat less to lose weight. You actually need to eat more. You need to eat a lot of protein, especially if you're moving, if she's playing an extreme sport.
definitely need protein.
Again, choices, maybe misguided information about how to lose weight. But I also think that's important to point out.
Do you think that right now you would not?
I possibly would be capable.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it cap. I'm telling, bam, I'm going on some extreme diets back when I was like actively training MMA to where there was like almost no fat left. And I damn near passed out, bro. When my coach had to tell me, like, listen, this whole you don't eat rice and starch ish, we gonna stop that. We need you eating some rice, bro, like this, because this is crazy. Your body shut down just now. That was insane. But yeah, so if she was like doing something active and she was working out on certain diets, her saying that she hit a limit and that she couldn't lose, I don't believe that. I need to know the amount of time. There's a whole bunch of things. I'm not like a doctor or something. I'm just saying it just doesn't seem realistic.
I was
Right?
supposed to get
It's
blood
less
tested,
unless she said her body shut down or something like that. Then I'd have been like, okay, then yes, it was because you was doing it too fast and your body wasn't used to it, which was what the case was for me. My body wasn't used to not receiving certain types of nutrients.
when I was very, very young, and I never did. And they had mentioned that it could have been because of my weight and how that connects with my thyroid. I never made the connection, and I never had like that, like meaning parent to be like, go and get checked out.
Exactly. When it comes to eating healthy, that's also easier said than done. A salad is more expensive than a cheeseburger at McDonald's. It just is.
Sure.
If you're busy, if you're running around, it's even harder to eat healthy. If you don't have a lot of money, it's even harder to eat healthy. Because you know what? The cheapest food is also the most unhealthy.
It depends, bro. It depends. I had a coach that he had to lose weight. He walked around like 170 pounds, but he fought at 125. And every night I saw him eat his dinner. He would go to the store across the street, the little market, little like mom and pop shop market where the fruits and vegetables wasn't too expensive. And he would get like one of those like small little things of salad, which cost like maybe $2. And then he would get like, what's his name? Damn, what is it? What is this? It's not guac. It's some kind of like cantaloupe type of, I don't know why my mind's escaping me right now. Avocado. I don't know why my brain went to every other damn type of thing. Avocado. He would get an avocado. Like, and then that would be his dinner, right? And he had all the nutrients he needed actually from it. And I remember asking him, like, you could survive with that? And that was pretty cheap. Right. So yeah, salads and all that stuff. If you getting like the fancy salad, which mind you, you're probably putting so much on it, it's a waste of salad. If you're putting chicken sauce and cheese, and you might as well have just got a damn chicken burger or a chicken sandwich, bro. Like for all of that, it makes no sense. Hey, but if you're just getting lettuce, and maybe you got some chicken at home that you could chop up and just maybe a small, that's it, not that much dressing. It's not that damn expensive, bro. Like to be honest, I could say you can make salads every day for a week, or for 40, or for the 40, maybe less actually, or for the 40. And I'm talking about if you get, that's 2 different trips of getting lettuce, because lettuce, if you don't eat it, especially if it's fresh, them drinks go bad quick, right? So you taking 2 trips. So I'm talking about you going to get enough lettuce for at least 2 to 3 days, and then you go back the second time and get lettuce for 2 to 3 days. Also get you 2 packs of chicken cutlet, slice that up, repackage that yourself, man. You good. You can probably season it too, and then repackage it that way. It's already pre-made, right? And if you need some dressing, something that's not too crazy, what's the name? Thousand Island ain't that bad, right? But if you start getting stuff like ranch, anything, like try to get like light ranch or something of that nature. But then, yeah, you for a week, you can have the bomb solids, right? Cheaper than you going to McDonald's every day, bro. That's dead ass.
Do this. Like your weight is probably not your fault. It was always like your weight is your fault.
That's
So
the way
that's
I
your
think about
issue.
I mean, I also thyroid.
Me, I need more protein.
blood
I can't do
issues,
salad
I'm
all
not quite
day.
sure, but I do see
can't.
an
My body don't function
endocrinologist,
like
and I go see a doctor. It's a choice.
Once in a
to
while,
do
yeah.
the requisite steps. It's a choice to go grocery shopping.
Oh, this is getting testy already. Sometimes I watch these videos and I'm like, I feel the tension, and I'm not even in the room. But I mean, those are really, really harsh truths. I was about to stop and say, like, with diet, there are ways that you can address thyroid issues, like a low carb, high fat diet. Like one of the things that's written a lot about keto diets, and people have, very varying thoughts about keto diets. But there's been a lot of research about, carnivore diets.
Even if there is a way
done
to
that.
eat more healthy, like that's fair, and
Yeah,
it's
you
not
gotta
like
ease
there's
into it,
just
bro. You can't
a
just jump
free
into that.
pass,
Dog.
I guess, for being unhealthy. But like, think of this with any other kind of unhealthy activity, any kind of even mental illness, right? Like, just focus, bro. Well, if you have ADHD, like that is a lot harder to do. To be like, just lose weight, bro. Well, if you have a thyroid
I'm
problem,
not
and then
hearing that. You got people that got schizophrenia that won Nobel Prizes, right? What was my man's name? They made a movie based on his life, A Beautiful Mind. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that based on a true story? Or I could just be tripping. But I could have swore I looked it up back when that movie first came out. And I think that person's supposed to be a real person. Is A Beautiful Mind. Mind based on reality. Let's see. Maybe I'm tripping, but I have heard of cases like that. Yes, true story of a mathematician, John Nash, Nobel. Yeah, he won a Nobel Prize, not a Peace Prize, but a Nobel Prize. Who's known for his pioneer contributions, and I think he had extreme levels of schizophrenia, bro. So if you can do that, and mind you, I think he went without medication for the end towards his life. Once he got his mind right on some, fam, I need to fix things. I'm endangering the lives of my family. And he didn't need medication, if I'm not mistaken. He just dealt with it. I remember in the movie when they went to present the prize to him, right? He had to ask one of his students. He walked up to the student and was like, "You see this man by the door? That's a real person, right?" Okay. Yes, I'll accept the prize. He wanted to make sure. Because like, people be coming and talking to me all the time, and I've just trained my brain to ignore them. So I was like, I know that person not real. Right? So if you got someone doing that, which is not something I'm suggesting in any way, shape, or form, I'm just using it as an example, I'm not hearing mental health is causing you to be fat. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. Then work hard, learn what diet is best for your body, and do it. Everyone who's saying that they couldn't do it, I guarantee that they just didn't stick to a diet that was best for their body, and they don't want to put the effort in.
being like, well, there are ways to still lose weight with diet, even if you have thyroid issues. Okay, maybe, but like, you then have to acknowledge that it's going to be way harder for this person compared to most people. So you holding that person to the same standard that you would hold the average person is actually really unfair.
Life ain't easy, bro. I was an overweight guy training mixed martial arts, so the coach would remind me, yeah, it's gonna be harder for you. Especially you a bigger guy. Yeah, the things that I'm having the lightweight guys do, like standing on their hands, ish. Guess what? We not giving you no leeway because you heavyweight. Get your ass up and stand on your hands. I couldn't put me, it's unfair for me. I had to do it, and then it made me better. So yes, fam, like it's possible. Go do it. Because it's harder. So what? Like, so what if you are not as handsome as the next guy, and it's easier for them to get girls? You supposed to just go in a cave and never come out and quit. Never talk to any females in your life because it's harder? Because someone else has it easier? That's stupid, bro. I don't live in that world. I live in the get it by any means. If it's harder and it's your goal, do it. So what? I don't kiss butt. It's harder for me to grow on YouTube. I still do it because I got loyal supporters that I rock with. And as long as they happy and I'm entertaining them, that's all that matters to me. And I'm going to grow. Not as fast as people that are nasty and manipulative, but guess what? When they falling down, I'm still going to be rising at a rate that I like because I like organic growth. I don't care if it's harder. It don't mean that I'm going to stop. There's so many people that say, I want to be a YouTuber, but it's harder. I put out one video and nobody watched it. Okay. And you stopped, then you didn't deserve to do it. The hell is wrong with you? How many videos I've made in my lifetime? You crazy? You crazy? I've done 90 on one of my channels the last month. Think about that. I got like 7 channels, maybe more. Some that I don't want to tell nobody about yet. But I've done 90 videos on one of those channels in the last month, and people are complaining about not getting views on one video. You never wanted it, bro. You never wanted it. So all these people that complain about not being able to lose weight, at the end of the day, you didn't want it bad enough. Didn't want it bad enough. Put the work in.
The Lion diet that, the Petersons do, and keto diet's
And if
about
I had
how it
access
can
to a
help your
gym,
thyroid. It can completely change your life. People who were never able to lose weight are now losing weight. They're healthier than ever. He's right. It does come down to choices.
Choice when you're
Right. And again, if you're choosing between the $2 Big Mac, well, Big Macs aren't $2. They were, then I might be fat. But if you need to choose between the couple of dollars burger or the more expensive, healthier option, if you're already low on money, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Just
You're really
cook,
hungry,
bro.
man.
you're
Just go-
shopping, to go to the outer aisles, not go into the bread section, and not go into the junk food. These are
As a disabled woman,
Don't go into the bread section. What if you need bread? Don't go into the junk food section. Isn't the junk food usually combined with another aisle with other stuff?
you can order
can't
groceries,
do a lot of the things that people say
or
calories in,
build up
calories out. Oh, you
mental toughness the way you can walk past.
gotta go work out and exert it. A lot of the things that are typical, oh, this is how you lose weight, put me in the hospital. I have to navigate weight differently. I have to look at it differently. My weight is the way it is because of medication.
And for her, I do put her in that other category that I was talking about. And so I'm glad that she's here so she can offer that. But we're talking about the body positivity movement and how we have, changed our perception of obesity and, what is a healthy weight,
Yeah,
what is
that
healthy.
is about the
We're talking
only
about all of
excuse if
that.
it's medication causing it. That is about the only excuse for real.
She's in a totally, totally different conversation because
Because
obviously
I've seen that.
there are people who struggle with their weight because of medication, because
I wonder what
Yeah,
Brett
I've
would
seen
say to the explanation that I like to give about body positivity. Because I understand that a lot of people have this concept of body positivity that it's like being fat is a good thing, even if it's genuinely unhealthy.
What's your opinion?
Being overweight is obviously unhealthy. Of course, it's unhealthy and bad for you to be overweight. But body positivity really comes down to encouraging you to love yourself and respect your own body enough so to encourage you to change. Because what people fail to realize is that if you're depressed, if you feel like shit, if you've been told that you're a fat, ugly piece of shit for a long, long time, that's not going to motivate you to go and exercise.
That is not true at all. This man has never been to the military. This man has never been on a sports team. You never had to compete with him. Like, what? My coach used to say that to me on a regular basis. My coach never stopped saying things. After I lost a bunch of weight when I started training mixed martial arts, he would say that as a brag. Hey, you remember when Beast first came? He was a fat piece of shit. Yeah, look what training with me got you. Look what I'm like. You don't have to keep calling my past self a fat piece of crap like that. That's just unnecessary, coach. Like that's like why? But fam, it definitely motivates you, bro. Like it depends. Like for different people, if you're weak minded to where that is enough for you to not want to work out, that sounds good. Well, they called me fat, so I might as well eat these donuts. Whoa. Yeah, nah, I don't think like that.
More times than not, that's going to discourage you. Body positivity focuses more on just accepting and loving yourself and recognizing that this is the only body you have, so you need to treat it with respect. This is the only body you have. You need to love yourself for more than just how your body looks.
You've been listening too much Lizzo, nigga. That's what this is like.
It's those kinds of beliefs, that kind of a mindset that actually encourages genuine change.
Of, illnesses they're going through because of, disabilities. Oh, like I completely understand that. So I'm glad that she's here to share her opinion, but I would just make sure that everybody knows that's kind of a separate but important conversation. And another part of that conversation is also, are doctors lying to you about needing that medication? Is there something you could do with your diet that is not completely reliant on the big medical industrial complex and big pharma that can help change your life?
True.
That is often not prescribed.
Yeah, is your doctor just lying? Hey, you have a really high thyroid, you have a thyroid issue.
Your doctor could not know. Like, that's why they always tell you to bring things up to your doctor. If you're taking a medication, you feel like it's causing you to gain weight, right? Like, then you should probably talk to your doctor about it. I remember when I was younger, I think I took something, right? I don't remember what it was even for, but because I wasn't on it for long. But it made me dizzy whenever I did physical activity, which caused me to gain weight. Never took it again. I was like, yeah, no. Just never again. I'm not trusting nothing that these people tell me, right? Because that J made me worse. The hell, you gonna make me dizzy, cause me to gain weight, and try to tell someone that it helps, right? No, that's not the case. That's not the case. And this was when I was like young. I'm talking about like maybe even not even a teenager yet. But I had enough knowledge to go, yeah, I don't trust you people. Get away from me. I ain't taking nothing. That shit made me dizzy as hell. No, I'm not taking it. And I've never taken anything except for like maybe a Tylenol or something. Like I side-eye doctors. Don't give me nothing. Oh, this is going to help with this. And then no. I don't trust that. But of course, I'm not saying I know more than a doctor. I just question everything, bro. You ever seen one of these damn medication commercials? And then like after they see all the people happy and running in the sunset, and they be like, side effects, vomiting, internal bleeding, getting up and screaming at the moon, turning into a werewolf, black magic, Hunter Avallone popping up at your house and crying. Why would I want any of these things? And then you got the nerve to try to say it in a subtle voice while happy things is going on in the background. Man, hell no. Workout, man. If you want to lose weight, workout.
Medicine that can help. Maybe your doctor's lying. So you're going to shit on the fat person. You're going to say that, well, you're fat. You have your own choices, blah, 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 blah. And then when it comes to them making a choice as to whether or not they should take this medicine, you're saying, well, maybe the doctor's lying because they need to support big pharma or whatever, some stupid gibberish. God.
Stupid gibberish.
Presented to us. Sadly, that's just the U.S. government.
Doctors put me in. And I had to learn, okay, am I going to be so hateful of my own body that I am going to backlash, put myself through extreme gym nights, through keeping myself from eating things that I should be able to eat. You should be able to have a balance. You should be able to go into the junk food aisle like other skinny people do and still not have to worry about.
See, that's the problem. You comparing yourself to others. That's not a good way to think in any aspect. Yeah, I should be able to enjoy it. That's entitlement. I watched the video about some chick explaining pretty privilege. I was thinking about watching it. Maybe I'm gonna watch it on live stream because I thought it was like really cool to be able to deep dive into it. But the stuff that she was describing sound like entitlement because it's like, I don't get the stuff that pretty girls get and people don't do these things and I don't get stuff for free. And it's like, why are you expecting this? Like that's entitlement. Like for men, we don't expect nothing, right? We are taught that early on that we can't compare ourselves to other men, at least real men. Anyone who hasn't learned this lesson, who's acting as such, they're not gonna live a happy life. But real men, we learn earlier on that don't do the comparison game because some people are going to get better things or more, right? We learned it in the Bible. Cain and Abel. What was Cain's problem? Envy, right? Instead of asking for help or maybe, learning from his brother, how can I serve the Lord better? He did something that was disgusting out of envy, right? And that's why that's one of the, my favorite, not in I love what happened, but lessons from the Bible. And the story of Cain and Abel, every man needs to learn the valuable lesson from that. You never want to be like Cain. You never want to be like Cain, bro.
But I don't think
Not
go
all people.
into
They certainly
Yes,
do.
they do.
they eat a lot of.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, people. I mean, yes, they do. Everybody has balance. I think that's the point I would really disagree
I
with.
eat junk food from time to time, bro.
Skinny people don't go in the junk food aisle. I'm pretty skinny. I exclusively shop in the junk food aisle. What?
That's because you junk. That's because you trash. But yeah, that was a crazy statement that they don't go. Maybe she meant to say they don't live in the junk food aisle. You don't go in there every day. Maybe
Like,
that's what she
even
meant to
the
say.
healthiest people that I know, the skinniest people I know, they still have a brownie because there
Yeah.
is balance. So it's not just that skinny people are avoiding junk food
No,
at
they
all
go.
costs. It's just that they know their limit. They know that balance does exist. And
It's
for the most part, they're
Fam, it's not the end all be all. If you're chasing your purpose, you want to grind. You too busy to be eating, bro. I'm telling you, I learned that if you so busy that you got to remind yourself to eat, you're not going to be overweight, bro. Or you're going to start losing weight and be like, wait a minute. It's because I'm not eating all day, every day and doing nothing else, but just stuff in my face, right? Because you're busy, you're out, you're running around, you're handling business. Sometimes you got to remind, fam, my stomach be growling. So I'm like, oh, snap. I forgot to eat. Let me go in and handle that. I've done that multiple times. Let me go eat a bowl of cereal or something that lasts me until I finish this stream and then I'll have a meal. But fam, it's because I'm grinding, right? You benefit more from that. So that's what, people that are skinny who are not overweight, they do that naturally. They're not thinking, let me eat all day. Unless you abnormal and you just be sitting there just stuffing your face like Tyrese and Too Fast, Too Furious. We I gotta just eat this sandwich at all times in the day. And you still not losing weight. That's you different. There are people like that. Like my older brother who can eat a sandwich. But then I realized he don't really eat that much now. Back when he was young, yeah, now he don't really eat that much. But yeah, there are people like that and you not gonna be like that. But usually skinny people are not making eating their end all be all.
making very healthy choices.
There's a thing called set points. There's a ton of research.
Most big people stress eat and eat out of depression because they're already overweight.
That your
And
body
other reasons.
likes to be at specific weights. It likes to be in a specific way. So if you are fighting yourself to lose weight by not eating, over exercising, and you are damn near killing yourself to be at a specific weight, your body's unhappy.
It's
Okay,
more
I was with that first,
choice
but
can
now
be
she
harder
kind
for
of
people to conditions in their life. But at the end of the day, choice. I could say that I had food addiction, food when I was stressed. So it's harder for me
I wasn't
to
just.
choose it than as someone who has. But I definitely still acknowledge that.
Yeah, but just if
Right.
it was still your choice, that the conversation doesn't end there. That's so boring. Just, well, it was still ultimately my choice, herder. Oh,
Just because it was boring doesn't mean it's not the truth. That was the dumbest thing I ever heard you say. And you said some pretty dumb stuff. Just because it's boring, what the hell? Life isn't YouTube, right? I know you made you and your girlfriend getting attacked and you using it as a human shield as content, but real life isn't YouTube content, right?
okay, but you're acknowledging it, you're saying it, you're recognizing the fact that there are some people with mental illness specifically that contributes to them turning to food as a coping mechanism. And this can result in them gaining weight.
So
There's
learn
more
not
to it than just, well, it was still my choice, herder. If you're really depressed,
Okay, so if someone chooses instead of food, crack, you're gonna be like, well, sometimes they need to do crack. Let them. That this is how they cope with life. That sounds insane, bro. Find something else. I remember when I was reading an article from there's a famous rapper. I don't know if he's still famous, but Riff Raff, I think was his name. At one point, he was heavy into drugs, and then like he came back out of like just disappearing for a little while, and he was like a pro wrestler. And he was like, "How you gain so much muscle?" And he was like, "Oh, I substituted my addiction. Like I used to, whenever I felt sad or depressed, I would just start doing drugs. But instead, now whenever I feel sad or depressed, I lift the weights or I work out, and that's a healthy addiction, right? And when you work out, you start to like induce certain, I forgot what the chemicals are called, but it makes you a little bit more happier and it releases like the stress from your body, right? So if you literally just put down the burger and picked up a dumbbell or something like that, or just did natural things like me, y'all can't see it right now on the screen, but I have a stationary bike over here. I don't watch TV without being on that stationary bike, and I watch a lot of TV. So if I'm sitting there the other day, I binge watched all the episodes of The Challenge. That's one of my favorite reality TV shows. I binge watched it while I was on a stationary bike. I was back like damn near 10 episodes, bro. And these are hour episodes. I was on that station. I didn't even realize I was just binge watching it. Riding a stationary bike. Whenever I took a break, I would drink some water, wipe the sweat off, crank the intensity up, get back on it. Then to eventually I was like, oh snap, man, I was on this stationary bike for mad long. That's a healthy habit, right? Do stuff like that and your weight will start shedding off. I'm not going to say you're going to be a supermodel like by next week, but damn, if you don't think about it and you just work towards your goal and you stay on the path, only could be beneficial.
rest. I mean, it's still ultimately your choice to lay in bed all day and never get up and do anything, right? Okay, I guess. But like, is that really where you want the conversation to end? Just, it's your choice, that's it? There has to be more to it. Why is that the choice? Why is it so hard to make that choice?
Go there and I look and I should I order a second hamburger? I'm the one choosing.
This guy is so based.
Please.
This is the most excellent display of personal responsibility I've ever seen. In a world that is so devoid of personal responsibility,
anybody's playing
that's
victim.
very epic. This is a very interesting conversation.
Skinny fat. And the agreeers step.
Okay, yeah.
I think there's
I would rather be fit. I'd rather be skinny than fat, I guess.
And I have a sister that is, she's 400 pounds. She struggles a lot. She has lymphedema. The shower is really, really hard. So I do think for like an overall happy life and zero struggle, I think I'd rather be.
I'm also really tall. I'm 6'6". I kind of wish I could just pick a single struggle because finding clothes and
big and tall
can make it hard. So if I was skinnier. But also, I've got 2 kids.
What do you think? Would you rather be skinny or fat? I mean, if it's talking about
I'll go skinny for health.
Probably skinny, just because it's easier to eat a lot. Is to right?
Well, if they talking Eugenia Cooney, and I don't know about. Yeah, I could probably gain weight. I think with Eugenia is more of a mental thing, right? So if I can keep my mental state, yeah, I'll be skinny. I can get the weight and muscle put back on me fairly easily, right? Than losing all that weight. It's harder to lose a bunch of fat that you've gained and put on your body through years, right? That's why a lot of people be quitting. They're like, oh, well, I've been working out for a week. Why haven't I? You've been eating like a savage for years. Like it's going to take a longer period of time to get that stuff out of your body the healthy way. I think you should be losing 2 to 3 pounds max, the healthiest way. If you're working out and eating right, 2 pounds a week, 2 to 3 pounds a week max should be healthy. If you're doing anything more than that, it's either your body telling you that this weight should have been came off of you because your body don't want to be overweight, or you might be overdoing it.
And a wife.
Or it's not really fat that you're losing. It could be water weight.
That I'm at less health healthier capacity.
Again, this guy's fantastic. He's acknowledging all of it. I wish him the best.
Yeah, I
if
wanna see
he's on
lose
some
weight.
journey, if he's on his weight loss journey, if he's getting his fit on,
I hope he loses
Dominic,
weight. I
I'm
want to see if he
supporting you.
does it.
And also, like, that's a real man to say, like, I want to change my life for the betterment of my children and my wife so that I can be a better provider.
Yeah, I actually kind of disagree with that too. I disagree with the notion that it's a real man to want to change yourself for the better for someone else. I think that you should ultimately change.
What? Hunter, this is why. This is why your wife left you with the kids. That's why. Because you're not a real man and they wanted one around them, right? And you wasn't even willing to develop and just gain maturity and masculinity so you could keep your household in order. You wasn't willing to do that. That's insane to me, right? I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying that your wife and child made you want to be a better person. That is good motivation. I would like to live to be able to see my child grow up. I want to see my grandbabies. What's wrong with wanting to have grandkids? You telling someone that they're wrong for wanting to get healthy because of that? You're crazy.
Change
You're delusional
from
bro.
within for yourself. And that's going to make you a better dad and make you a better provider. But you should change for you.
That's great.
And I would much rather be that.
Careers step forward. I'm speaking as someone who actually person, and I had body insecurity when I was small. I was constantly living in fear of gaining weight, having people who don't gain weight, don't do this, make sure your weight is. And once I finally gained weight, I realized that first off, life was. I didn't feel any need to not engage in life the previous way that I had, and the attention that I got was different. But even as a smaller person, you get negative. Rather than trying to control my body, avoid that
So you
negative
got negative attention,
I would prefer
huh?
to address the situation as a society, make it more accessible for everybody.
There's
That's
the main point.
stupid.
I mean, I think
Yeah, that's crazy. And instead of, me actually just losing weight, I would rather it be illegal to shame fat people. Like we need as a world to just allow them. No, if you care about somebody, you're gonna ask them, right? Now you don't gotta be a jerk. I know like in the hood and within the households, like my family, ruthless. Ruthless was no such thing as I'm gonna politely be concerned about your weight. I'm gonna fry you up, right? That's what they did. And now people terrified when I walk in the damn building because they know. They know I do this professionally, baby. I'm gonna cook you up. I'm gonna roast you to oblivion, and I got my payback and more. But yeah, you can tell people that that you care about. Hey, I'm kind of concerned, or how can I help you? Like, you want to work out with me? Can I, help? You can do that without being a jerk. But yeah, to say everyone should just be accepting of your health being at risk. Have you ever watched that movie with Brendan Fraser called The Well? I think that's a good watch. People should check that out.
first of all, if we think back to the early
A lot
2000s,
of knowledge.
the way that women were talked to about our weights, like that obviously was not healthy. There has to be balance. The fact that we cannot find a balance to strike
Respect to Brett Cooper for at least acknowledging that much.
is terrible because now we've gone in the completely opposite direction. But being 95 pounds and trying to look like every runway model in Paris Fashion Week, that's also not healthy. And
Yeah.
like telling women that they need to have thigh gaps. I remember
Hey,
being
I like my woman thick, man. You know what I'm talking about? Like some of the best things I've ever seen is when overweight chicks lose weight. I've seen some of that and it looks amazing. And especially when they keep it all in the right place. Anyway, I've seen that work out super beneficial to chicks. Like if you was a chubby chick and you got in the gym, you got your squats down. You get your squats down, you eating right. Man, fam, it's gonna start looking crazy, boy.
being in middle school, early high school, and girls would literally like saran wrap their thighs. Like that, no, that is not healthy. And everybody,
Yes, wow.
especially young women, we
What
have
school was it?
insecurities.
Who
That's
was
very,
doing
very
that?
normal. But I think the
What school was you in? That's what they was doing. Man, chicks was trying to stuff in their pants so they could be perceived as thicker in my schools. Right? And that was like a huge compliment to the shorties in the school.
difference is Now,
Want to be like a
the
girl from the
movement
video.
that is predominant is the body positivity movement that is telling women that it is better to be fat, that it is healthier to be overweight, that if you go to the gym and if you try to lose weight, then you are either like some alt-right extremist or you are fat phobic. Those are literally the messages.
And this
that
is where we're going to leave her in the dust.
There are people that say that though. Man. So like, you making it seem like she's reaching. No, there are people that scream that to the high heavens.
Kidding me? Even if you want to say that the body positivity movement nowadays can sometimes glorify obesity or glorify people that are obese or whatever, fine. But to take it to that extreme, if you want to lose weight, you're a neo-Nazi fascist or whatever are you kidding me?
Fam.
This is why it's impossible to take
Stuff like that has been said. She's not talking out her behind. People say crazy stuff. Yeah, there are people who say that. And if you disagree with it, you should say that rather than you think she's just making it up.
Brett Cooper seriously for very long. Like, I just got done saying that I respect the fact that she acknowledged that one thing, and then she goes on this ramble. God, Brett. So basically, it's all just personal responsibility. Ignore the external factors, even though
Who responsibility is supposed to be? Like, what? Who?
personal responsibility is important.
Woke people.
The external factors are as well. Then again, the conservative arguments when it comes to the issue of people being overweight, just like the issue of systemic racism, they always go the personal responsibility route because it's the lazy option. Republicans in power don't need to worry about anything that they need to do to fix this because, well, it's personal responsibility. It's up to the individual to fix it.
This is stupid. I don't know how that connected in any way, shape, or form. He's a nincompoop, right? He's pandering. He gotta be. He's pandering to the Lizzo audience. And we all seen what happened with Lizzo. But yeah, fam, I do think that you got to take ownership and responsibility, man. Lose weight. If you want to do it, lose weight. I've lost a bunch of weight. I'm trying to lose more, man. I'm trying to step my cardio up now, and then I'm going to start lifting weights again. But tell me what you think in the comment section, fam. Hey, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Now, if you have some extra time, can you do me a favor? Check out my music. I rap, I sing, and I make beats. All of that should be linked in the description. Also, if you want to watch me live stream, you can check me out on BX Beast Boy Live. That's another YouTube channel. It should be linked to my homepage. And you can check me out on Twitch and Rumble. I'm streaming on all these platforms, man. Trying to just get out there. Also, if you want to support me, you can sign up for my memberships on my channel, as well as my Patreon for as low as $1. You get exclusive access to a bunch of videos early before you even get it on YouTube, as well as videos that's not ever going to be on YouTube. Stuff that actually got me suspended and banned. It's kind of my anti-cancel culture fund for BX Beast Boy. You know what I mean? And it also helps me get resources for certain video essays and things of that nature. Check that out if you're able to. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and join my Discord if you are able to, man. The link should be somewhere within my description or somewhere on my channel. I would really love to see you there, man. That's where you get a chance to talk to me and the rest of my supporters, man. I appreciate you guys. Bang, gang, out.